Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, News Jester. My name is Junior. Today we're going to look at JNB Toys, JNB002, the Fallen Savior. This is actually a 1/12 scale Star Wars figure. This is the first time I've ever received anything or bought anything from JNB Toys. But I pre-ordered this a while back before I started on the Star Wars 3.75 vintage line. I got this from 1/6 kit, and I believe it was $89 or $99. I can't remember. But the box, it's very simple. Here's what's included in it. It seems like it's gonna be a lot, so I think this is a bargain. This is comparable to what I would expect from Mezco. And surprisingly, look at that. It's actually just fell out of the thing. So, let's see. This one, I don't think there's anything there. And it's got the hands, a droid hand, a lightsaber hilt, another hilt, which I don't know why. Let's see, looks like I'm probably missing a hand here. Oh, I see it. It was stuck in this one. Second head sculpt, that's kind of cool. Another hand in here. Another one in here, buried in the foam. A gripping hand. Gotta be something else in here. Yep. Okay. Crotch grabber stand. This is the first time I've seen this kind of stand. Ooh, this thing is heavy, solid, like clear plexiglass. I'm impressed with this one. Okay, watch. That's how heavy this is. That's heavy. Okay, and it's got the lightsabers. Two of them. Can you see how almost pale? It's too pale. I wish it was a little bit darker in color. Alright, look, I can use this as a thing for that. And then it's got this swooshing effect. Done. And I have to remove this because the other one's buried underneath again. Okay, and let me double check. So I was talking about how I compared stuff like this to Mezco, because Mezco is kind of like the standard when it comes to 1/12 scale. That's got fabric in it, and in terms of pricing and the accessories that's coming with it, this has a lot of accessories, and it's got two head sculpts, so that's pretty cool. Let's zero in on the face really quickly and see what's going on. There's a face. It's actually quite impressive. I mean, it's the likeness to Hayden Christensen is not really very strong. It's missing the scar, but it's not bad for 1/12 scale. Like, the paint application is freaking awesome. Look at those eyes, and you have the dark circles on his eyes around there. Yeah, man. It's kind of, the hair is kind of disappointing because it seems to not massive, but too much in one block compared to what you're seeing in the face. Let's grab the other face. The grip on the ball joint isn't really that strong. Now we see the scar in his face, and we have the golden eye. So this is his Sith Lord. look. It's basically the same, isn't it? Oh yeah, so the only difference is the color of the eyes, which is good. I actually bought this because I want to use him as a Sith Lord. So the hair, I'm gonna go back to the hair because the hair is, when I'm looking at it, it's blocky. It makes sense because at this point he does have the long hair and everything, but it's just such a solid block. But again, it's a small item, so I can kind of understand why they went with it. While we have this on Zoom, let's look at the quality of the piece. I'm gonna remove the um, cloak really quickly so we can just look at this guy. Okay, so here he is. I would probably remove that, and I would just like color this flesh toned hand so it doesn't look too obvious. So this head keeps popping off. As you can see, the ball joint, the ball peg hole is too shallow. And let me just push this really quickly. Okay, I pushed it in as hard as I can because it felt like it was coming off too easily. So we'll continue the detailed inspection of the unit. The fabric they used on the pants is really good. Look at how it crinkles really well. And there's the boots. The boots, unfortunately, it's one piece that's molded solid. So there's no movement on the ankles, unfortunately. I wish they had, at least like cut it and make a joint over here. And the belt, here's the belt. We'll do an all around thing. Okay, so let's see. Now articulation. Okay, now let's look at the articulation on this guy. So the head goes pretty high. There's a ball joint underneath the neck as well, so you can see how it moves forward and back. Wow, look at that guy goes. That's pretty. Looks down pretty well. The only thing that's stopping it from looking up is the shape of the hair. So that's a lot of movement for the head. But look at how it's almost popping off again. And then joints, the hand goes up like that. Trying to feel where the joint of the elbow is facing. I don't want to break this. There it goes. Okay. So it's double jointed, as you can see. And then the arm or the hand. Okay. Pretty much has all the movement that you need. And what happened? Ooh, did I break it? No. I didn't break it. That's just a peg. Let me just remove that for now because I'm going to be doing the articulation at the waist. Let's see. Ooh, is there articulation at the waist? I'm gonna have to make this guy naked because I need to see what's going on with this waist. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Easy enough to disassemble, except okay, this is a Velcro. Wow, look at all these layers. What? And again, still okay. Okay, now we see what the torso looks like. Okay, so wow. Okay, now we can see how it turns really well, and because it's got a joint here at the waist, it can do that. And yep, now we can bend really well. And with that, nice and strong. It's only by friction, but it's nice and strong. Goes up pretty 90 degrees over there. Ooh, look at that. Nice. And double jointed at the knee. So the only thing that's really bad about the articulation point is the ankles. And I'm okay with that, I guess. So let's put this guy back together. Also, I want to note, look at how long that neck is, and then you get to see that this head is pretty big compared to the body. Look at that. Now, I kind of noticed that even when he was all clothed with his full gear on, because it just really looked big, the head. And if you want to fix it, you kind of have to puff up the shoulders. This, by the way, has got wires, as you can see. And I think they were hoping that the bulkiness of the fabric would hide the fact that the body is really thin. And I think they deliberately used a thin body just because of the bulkiness of the fabric and the layers that they used. And as you can see, with all that bulk in, you don't notice it anymore, especially if you were to, oh, then it's kind of nice that this is wired, because then you can kind of shape the look of the shoulders, and you kind of need that. So the only thing, oh yeah, so I wanted to see, I forgot to check to test the it does have a little bit of a butterfly, but more importantly, it has a drop down on the shoulders. See, because you kind of needed to lift the, let's see, where's the ball joint of this thing? Okay, you kind of need to lift the shoulders a little bit as you're lifting this as well, so you can kind of shape it so it doesn't look, so the smallness of the body compared to the head is not as evident. And I believe this was like this. Overall, I'm kind of impressed. The robe only has wires on the outer edge, Ooh, I wish they had. I wonder if they're gonna do a Kenobi. And if you're gonna do a Sith Lord, it should have been, instead of the green and the blue, it should have been a red and the blue. Really nice long uh, lightsaber. I'm afraid, uh, being careful with this one, I don't want to break it. Give me 1 second. This hand is really irritating me. Look at that. That's cool. So how tall is this? You guys might be asking. This is at 6 and maybe 6 1/4. Maybe 6 1/4 inches. So let's do a comparison with. I'm looking for. Let's do a Mr. Fantastic Marvel Legends comparison. Okay, slightly shorter. All right, so here it is with the Black Series, basically the same figure. As you can see, I did kind of fudge the shoulders, as you saw earlier, by kind of shaping this part of the costume so it raises the shoulder, and that basically matches the height of the shoulder from the Black Series. In terms of the legs proportion is good. Even the boots, you can see, even the boots are basically matching. And then the thickness of the body, it's not bad. It's not bad compared to the Black Series as well. Okay, the Punisher is the only Mezco I have, and the height is also comparable to the Mezco, slightly smaller. So I kind of wish I still had the Pop Mart Superman, but my room is a mess right now because those are actually smaller than the Mezco, so it might actually fit in with the JNB toys. Anakin Skywalker. I'm assuming this is Obi-Wan's lightsaber, which is kind of weird that he has it. Um, but yeah, that's pretty cool. And I didn't replace the hand. How does the hand come, or the whole arm come off? Let's check it out. There's no instructions or anything, so it's kind of it looks like Looks like you just put the whole thing in here. No, that's wrong. Because, yeah, that's too long. Yeah, I guess it kind of works like that. There's no articulation in this one. I don't think I'm ever gonna put this one on anyway because it's not accurate to when he became a Sith Lord anyway. Or all right, so there he is with his robe on. I just wanted to show you guys that it is possible to kind of shape the helmet or the cowl to get that look at the very end when he's all gone completely evil. Um, Obviously, at this scale, it's kind of hard to get the nice flow of the fabric, but it's still a nice look to it. Um, so for my final thoughts, $100. I didn't have to pay taxes. I didn't have to pay shipping, so that's all included in this thing. So for what you're getting, I believe it's really, really good value. I would say a 12 out of uh, if the price base value was 10. Very articulate. The only thing that would have made this like almost a 14 would be the ankle articulation, but you can still pose it really well. It's not very noticeable that at this scale that if you spread his legs that the soles of his feet aren't even with the ground. This is an awesome piece, unbelievably layered clothing. The choice of fabric for the undergarment trousers is amazing in terms of look at that. I wish they had used the same fabric on the robe because I don't really need the texture of what's going on here of the felt. I wanted more to have a natural crinkling of the fabric. That would have been much nicer. The only thing that's off to me in terms of the sculpt is the hair. It's just in certain angles it's very, very large, but when you have this then it doesn't really matter. The other thing that I would note too is that he doesn't come with the red lightsaber, which is kind of strange because it does have these, and it's only this. You only need a transparent acrylic plastic. That should have been a no-brainer, especially since you included the Sith eyes. But other than that, it's an amazing 1/12 scale. I mean, like I'm into 3 3/4 scale. I actually prefer him without this one because if they ever produce an Obi-Wan from the Rise of the Sith, then it would be an instant buy for me. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys are able to get a hold of this, I would recommend it. Highly recommend it. It would definitely put to shame your Black series. But I mean, you could stand with it. So maybe JNB Toys will eventually give us the option of start replacing our Black series with this kind of work. I would get it. Yeah, not a question. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys found it informative, enjoyable, and something to purchase for your collection. Have a nice day. Bye.